Oh no. Shit. 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 Oh, there we go. Bet, 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 bet. We good, we good, we good, we good. Yeah. What's poppin', people? You already know what the fuck going on. Back in this bitch with another edition, not edition, but another channel viewing of One Piece. Cause you know we do it. One Piece, we here with this bitch. Now, I've seen the title of the chapter. The title of the chapter is Odin versus Kaido. I'm hyped. It is. I'm hyped. We a lot of people last week didn't like the chapter, or me personally, I thought it was boring. And there were those like, oh, wait for the payoff. The payoff will come next week. Well, it's next week, so hopefully the payoff comes now. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. The brew for the video we have today is a hazy IPA rabbit. I don't know if y'all know what IPAs are. They're called India Pale Ales. IPAs are some of my favorite beer. Shit, I hope I get sponsored by them one day because I fucking love IPAs. So let's get into this shit. Let's get it rocking. Let's go. So, One Piece, chapter 970, Odin versus Kaido. What is this? Oh no. No, not my nigga. Why they doing Vito and fucking Capone like this? What is happening? Gang Beige Oh My Family number 19. Beige and Vito immobilized. Don't do the mob boss like that. Not my nigga. I'm not even. Alright, you got it, bro. That's wild. Oh, I'm super hyped because now we have another one of those instrument players, and hype things happen when the instrument get playing. So let's do it. Let's do it. Yo, we got 11 in the chat. Yo, spread the word. If notifications are fucking up, spread the word and let folks know that we going down right now. We going down, getting it good. But I'm gonna ignore y'all for a little while I get back to this read through. Our son de la bitches. This ain't English. Zing zing. Is is this not in English? Oh, it's in English. Okay. Okay. Gang, 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 making a move, making a move. Momonosuke, Hiyori, Toki. Rizo ugly as hell. Here he is. What a surprise. Off the rip? Okay. Okay. We got Odin and Kaido off the rip, get it out the mud. Let's go. Let's go. A bit too careful, wouldn't you be? How did you know? I was on my way to this deserted island in order to cut your drunk head off. Damn. I did not plan an intense fight. There might well be a spy inside. There might well be a spy inside your palace. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to transform my new home into a battlefield, so I came your way. That is all. It was all a lie, eh? Kaido. That's right. Whoa, 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 whoa. It was all a lie. At that time, we were at a disadvantage. If you teamed up with Hyogoro upon your return, you could have made the samurai and gangsters around Wano country gather as our enemies. We were still short on men. It would have turned into an excruciating battle for us. Ooh, Kinemon took the hat off. Same with Denjiro. At that time, if you stayed true to your name of a dangerous psycho who was not afraid of casualties, what would have happened? Whoa, 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 whoa. But you chose the way that did not harm anybody. Since when does Kaido give speeches, my nigga? Interesting side of his character. You're really like the type of pirate Whitebeard and Roger were. A powerful type with a certain softness. You are the same. You are the same. The fool who dances and dances. Naked, mocked, and despised. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kaido's acting like a straight up villain right now. You have nothing left, not even your family name's authority. I do not regret the choice that I made that day. Let's talk about the imminent future instead. Okay. Beast pirates in this bitch got gifters and shit. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. Odin getting buckets already. Get these weak ass niggas out my face. Let's go. March forward. Step back, Lord Odin. Ah, turn up. Wait, there are samurai here? Aren't they too strong? Do not panic. We outnumber them. Turn up, gang gang. That's a cool panel. Showing all 10 of them. Lord Yasui, I received Odin's letter. They better show this fight. Why did they cut away? He asked me for help because his wife and children are in danger. Momonosuke. Hum. Lord Momonosuke is almost 8. Otoki, you must prepare yourself. If Odin is beaten, then it would be the end of this country. Hee hee. This nigga raw though. Wait, who threw this kunai? Who goes there? Forgive my impudence, but I came to your aid. Shinobu? Shinobu was bad back in the day, boy. Shinobu was out here. You must have forgotten, but when Lord Sukiyaki was still alive. Shinobu? I'm here. I stayed on duty at the palace because I had faith in the return of the Kazuki family, but the Kazuki family and Fukuro Kuju's forces finally fell into Orochi's hands. It was my dream to be at your service, Lord Odin. I couldn't stay at the palace anymore. I cannot blame them for losing faith in the fool of the Lord. You did not choose the easiest path, Shinobu. Let me join you in front of these 11 rebelling samurai. Be careful. These people are strong. 1,000 pirates stood up. Is Queen fighting? Yo, so Queen is fighting Denjiro and Kanjuro. And it looks like King is mollywopping Rizo. So they fought all the Beast Pirates? Nonetheless, the battle was they're skipping the fight. They're skipping the fight. Nonetheless, the battle was long, and the endurance of Kazuki Oden far exceeded what his enemies imagined. Okay, okay. Well, this nigga's not. He's only using his dragon form. Oh, word? The only head I want to slice off is yours. Oden Nitoryu. Yay! Torgen Tatsuka. The invincible Master Kaido was sliced. Do not set foot on Wano ever again. Hold on. Is Oden overpowering Kaido, my guy? Stop right there, Oden. Help me, father. Father. Momo. No, 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 no. 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 Oden? Sweat. Kyo Kyo. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck? This nigga Kaido and Orochi, they used this retarded plot device, this dumb shape-shifting bitch got Odin by and Kaido couldn't even. What is this one-on-one battle Kaido shit? If Kaido can't even win a one-on-one without a nigga jumping in, so what is this? This is some Goku knocking out Vegeta shit that he had to do to beat Odin. Because Odin had this nigga in the mud. This is fucking stupid. Lord Odin, Sir Odin, got Ashura Doji. King bodied the nigga. The dense forest of Udon, which caught fire during this incredible battle, was aflame for 5 days before it rained. I am sick. I am sick. My man couldn't even have a one-on-one fight. What is this one-on-one bet on Kaido shit? This nigga Kaido is a fraud. What is this? This is ass. Couldn't even have a fair once. One-on-one bet on Kaido haven't helped. One-on-one bet on getting jumped. Like, trash. After their capture, I mean, I guess obviously he's not supposed to beat Kaido, but I just thought he was gonna be a fucking overwhelming force. I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. After their capture, Kazuki Oden, daimyo of Curry, and his 9 subordinates were incarcerated at the flower capital. Accused of plotting against the shogun, they awaited their sentence. Oblivious to the details, the people judged them severely. After disappointing us like that, it was too late to act. That means we won't see him dancing naked in the street every week. It's almost a shame. He's an exhibitionist, Shinobu. I don't know this woman. She doesn't work for me. You wanted me to kill you. You wanted to kill me, didn't you? Who sent you? Who are you? Die, Kanoichi. Oh wow, he saved Shinobu. The sentence of the samurais has been decided. Is father going to come home soon? I made an origami balloon for daddy. How magnificent. May he return to us quickly. The 10 Maleficent samurais are going to be executed in 3 days by being boiled alive in a pot. He snuck Odin. What is the chat saying, man? Well, I didn't like this chapter at all. We need to keep in mind that we don't know how strong Kaido actually is now. We don't. But from from the panels that I was reading, Odin was struggling to even get to Kaido for most of the fight, and when he did, Odin did a significant amount of damage, and it looked like he was going in for a final blow, but deterred by the shape shifting cunt. I It's Kaido from 20 years ago. This is the same Kaido who's considered a fucking Yonko at the time. So he's still one of the four strongest pirates in the world, mind you. Um, I will say what's cool for Odin. At this point, Odin has fought three Yonko. That's impressive. Kazuki Odin has fought three Yonko to this point. Um, I don't know. To be honest, I'm not. I'm not sure if he's a Yonko right now. I think he is. Olympic Games, you. That's a very good question. Why does Enma get the credit when Odin used a two sword style? Um, I don't know. You would think that the other one would get credit as well. I think I think it's only getting the credit because Enma is the only one that Zoro got. Zoro has not received the other sword. It's still in Hiyori's possession. Madara, that had nothing to do with observation hockey. That had nothing to do with observation hockey. You had to be capping or trolling with that. Madara, are you free? I gotta talk with someone. I I like this that shit, man. This that shit. Like, do it's like I wanna be mad, I wanna be upset that that's how Odin lost, but at the same time, how else would I as a writer portray it? So so coming down to the nitty gritty of things, do I want Kaido to overpower him? It just because I feel like if you're gonna do that, don't show Kaido about to get offed. Because Odin was getting ready to end this nigga. Like, how how is it one-on-one bet on Kaido? And that's why throughout this entire story of One Piece, the culmination of One Piece is a bunch of fucking fake news. One Piece is fake news through in and throughout. Katakuri came out the womb standing up. He's never been on his back. The niggas eating donuts. One-on-one bet on Kaido. Kaido jumping niggas. Like, I where's the consistency? Where's the consistency? Give me some. Because as far as I can tell, there is none. There's so much fake news. Oh yeah, Smoker and them took care of Alabasta. And his lobby, nah. Only consistency is when Consistency is when Fujitora admitted the Marines' fault on Dressrosa. That's consistency. Big jokes, Hunter. Big jokes. Hour of Legend. Hour of Legend. My asshole. Like, what are they doing? Uh, uh, one moment.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, Madara?
What's up, man? All right, so like a few things. Not saying you're wrong, but
Yeah,
that's the narrator. The narrator saying
yeah,
people
I
said
know,
in a
I
1v1.
know.
So it's not like. Plus, those people didn't see how the fight actually happened. They didn't know Odin got jumped.
Agreed. I know, and
You know.
that attributes to the fake news.
Yeah, exactly. It's fake news. Exactly. What I meant about Odin's observation hockey being kind of weak to not be able to tell that wasn't
Can
his
you
son.
see through something like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because either Oda is inconsistent or it just doesn't make sense, because someone like for like instance, in certain situations, let's use Sanji, right?
Okay.
Sanji can tell when a woman is crying, right? His observation is so keen on women that at any point in time, if a woman is in danger, he's gonna pick up on it. If it's a woman that he finds beautiful or sexy, right?
Yeah.
So Sanji is gonna pick up on it,
Correct.
like he did with Tashigi, like he did with Viola on Dressrosa. So Sanji picks up on it. Maybe it's because it's the heat of the moment, and Odin was angry that he couldn't tell that obviously wasn't his son.
That does make that affects your observation.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, exactly. Because if we've already been told that if you're angry, your observation hockey is thrown off.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant by saying, yeah, it's kind of buns, because
he
should have been able to tell that didn't make any sense. That
I wasn't trying to come at your head.
Yeah. So like that right there, it was kind of weak. To me, it's kind of weak writing. But in one respect, Kaido is a lot like Luffy. Luffy doesn't mind outside interference in a fight. Kaido doesn't mind outside interference in a fight.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like,
yeah,
it's almost like you say that, but then when Luffy fought Kaido and he's talking all that shit,
yeah,
it really undermines that for me, because he's
does.
talking all that shit. He's like, "What kind of king did you say you'd be, little bitch ass nigga?" and now he's like, he's huffing and puffing, and he had to fucking Vegeta Goku snake this nigga.
I mean, he had to wait 5 years to fight Odin because he wasn't strong enough.
And he openly admitted that, yo, I probably wouldn't have won had you just pulled up.
That's why someone like Gecko Moria was able to give him a challenge.
Oh,
even though that happened,
that brings
2
so
years
much
prior.
Shit. There's so much going through my head right now.
Yeah, and even though that happened 2 years prior with Moria, his forces still hadn't fully recovered from that battle. The Gecko Moria incident happened 3 years after Odin returned to Wano.
Yeah.
According to 969. So 2 years later, his forces still hadn't fully recovered from the Moria fight.
Yeah.
So that right there tells you that he was significantly weaker even 2 years prior to him fighting Moria. I mean, did I want more of this fight? Especially how 969 set it up. The legendary.
I wanted so much more, and then we got more monologue, like more
exactly.
not monologue, montage.
More of a montage, exactly. We got a montage fight where, of course, he doesn't want us to see everything Kaido can do, because that's going to be saved up for Luffy and them versus Kaido. So obviously, we're not going to see everything Kaido is capable of. Everything Kaido.
What's popping?
Holy shit, Red Nose.
What's going on, Red Nose? But at the same time, it is disappointing, because it's like you hyped up Odin to the nth, that this is legendary strength.
I'm sorry, Madara. Hold on. Red Nose, you got a lot of background going on to the point that it's overshadowing Madara. Thank you.
Yeah. Like you have all this going on to where you've hyped up this fight and then you montage it.
That's just so.
It's like so. This kind of scares me for the rest of the series going
I,
forward.
I got I gotta say, for what you would believe to be one of the climaxes of this flashback, I feel like he did the fans a bit of a disservice.
A bit, like a whole lot of disservice because you
I, I,
hyped
I
it
don't
up.
I don't want to go off the rails and like
Yeah,
you're a One Piece hater. Like, I'm just
yeah,
like,
exactly.
nigga. I mean,
Sure.
I'm trying to show the fact that I did not enjoy it in the most rational,
Yeah,
calm way possible.
exactly. What
But
do you think about the like traitor though? Who is the traitor now?
I
Because
don't
Kaido
know
said,
because Shinobu's obviously thrown out.
I don't know though.
I
Is
mean,
she?
I it's
I mean, because
so oh, you think she's pulling the whole, oh, I stole your Snickers, but I'm gonna help you look for
pretty much. I mean, look,
it.
it's either Denjiro, Shuten or Shinobi,
I, I, I think I
or
think
it's her.
with I think with what we said about Shinobu, what we saw with not Shinobu, Ashura Doji, I don't think it could be him.
Only reason why I say it might be him was because he had a quick turn from being angry at Kinemon to being on their side. It was kind of quick. That's the only reason why I still have him as a possible outlier. But seeing King stab him kind of puts that out to
Yeah, King
pasture as
just cracked
well.
that man.
Yeah, I mean he stabbed him in the back.
You know who I think it is?
Who is it?
Kinemon's wife.
Ooh.
Oh,
She's a
Oh,
she's a
true.
dirty bitch, bro.
I'm
telling you.
where's this coming from?
Nigga, listen. Listen.
I'm listening, G. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I've never heard that before.
She starts with the arc where Zoro saves her. She just with Zoro. Why is she in the middle of nowhere with some goons? That's one thing. Right? Like she's with the goons.
It's One Piece.
Number two.
What's up,
Let him
CG?
finish. Let him finish.
Number two, right? She looked like a fucking lizard, bitch. She looks disgusting.
So you don't like her design? So you think she's a traitor?
She's a snake, bro. She got a snake body. That's number two. Number three, this chapter, she was in it and she had an origami and she was smiling. ... She is origami shapeshifter, bitch. Oda's added that origami to say like, you know, it's like she's like somewhat disguised or something. I don't know. She's a shapeshifter. Like she's not a good person.
That was supposed to be an ode to where he based her off of because in the old paintings, it's an origami inspired painting of basically her character. So I thought that was what he was trying to go with it. But you could be right because there was something mentioned. Remember when Nico Robbins said that she saw a poneglyph, but it was surrounded by what's it called? Koketsu dolls, I think. Is what it was surrounded by. She could be. I mean, some people have said that she might. The current Otsuru might not be the one from the past, is what people have said because Kinemon said that she hasn't aged a day since those 20 years ago.
For real?
That was what he said in the official Viz translation, is that she hasn't aged a day.
Interesting.
Oh my god.
Interesting. I gotta. You know, it's crazy. The guy who wants to die gets his chance to die and then jumps a nigga.
He uses cheap tax to win. That's what I'm not understanding. Obviously, like I spoke out and that. I was talking to some niggas on Twitter and they would just jump me saying that was 20 years ago. He might be a different person. Blah blah blah. Well, make that clear if he's a different person. You know what I'm trying to say? Because that's what we know him as.
Do Kaido?
We know him as.
Yeah, I want if they don't come back when it's current time and say Kaido was 5 times stronger than he used to be, like they did with Odin, then I don't know.
I think it depends when the Yonko system first Yonko was given, because like his defeats was like during the Yonko time, so it's within this 20 years.
Yeah,
like
bro.
He got his ass bodied.
Bro, as far as I'm concerned, in my mind, this is a fucking defeat.
He got bodied first.
In my mind,
he wanted to kill himself. That's the second. He didn't want to kill himself first. He got his ass beat, and he found out he can't die. Then then he became a sacrifice.
This is a defeat in my book.
Huh?
I mean,
This is an L for him. He took an L. Yeah.
His character has changed because even in the current story, he wants a world war. He didn't want that 20 years ago. So his character has gone through a change.
And also I would say what's a bit different. Doesn't it seem as though he doesn't drink?
Yeah, it's like he's not a drunkard. But because Odin said, I thought I would show up to you drunk, and I just easily cut your head off.
Yeah.
That plays into the storyline of the. It's actually of Orochi's fruit though, because in the storyline of the fruit Orochi has, that's how the guy beats the Orochis. That he gets him drunk and he just cuts off all his 8 heads. But what Odin said is he actually applied that belief to Kaido. Is that he thought he would show up and Kaido was drunk and he'd kill him off easily.
Well, I don't. He didn't say it specifically. I think he just meant that they were going to storm the castle. He didn't expect them to like pull up.
Yeah, but they already knew because Odin has a traitor in his midst.
So, oh boy. And then now we're back to
I
this.
hope it's not some character that we don't give a crap about.
I agree. That would be super unimpactful.
That'd be trash. Do not do that.
I don't know. Fiji, what do you think? I haven't gotten much of your thoughts.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy this chapter at all. But
I hate this. I hate having to do this, especially 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, nah, that's one of the problems.
And are we on break?
Is that true? What happened? I would have loved if they addressed what happened with
Are we on break?
Last chapter. Yeah, we on break.
We are on break.
Fuck!
Yeah, we're on break.
Even there.
This is the worst fighting he ever did. Like the worst fighting moment. Because it just doesn't make sense. He rushes at Kaido and then slashes him. And then you see Kaido busted head open, nose bleeding. There's some time skip. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
Yeah, why is Kaido bleeding from his face?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just, like I said, a montage of war scene, so to speak. Because this is all out war. You got samurai versus beast pirates.
Yeah. And especially after the hype of 969, you know, it's like you hype up this fight so much, you put so much gas on it, and then it's a small little fire. It's like, why'd you gas it up like this? And this is how you
nigga hyped it up, bro.
It's like, and let's not say, oh, it's because it's week to week. No, Oda has already said that he's at least 3 chapters ahead of the current pace that he puts the chapters out. So, so why are you gassing this up?
Oh my god! Oh my god, guys viewing. I swear to God, I'm trying my hardest not to be angry.
No, I'm disappointed because it makes Kaido look like, okay, stuff can change in 20 years. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he just looks so fucking
it makes Kaido
whack.
look weak. It makes him look weak. It's
big dog Kaido, the strongest creature, right? The strongest creature.
For this guy to say we tricked you 5 years ago because we knew we were weaker than you, and it would have been an excruciating battle. Like,
and then you're gonna stack that upon a shit sandwich with you fucking tricking the nigga. It's like the defamation of Kaido's character and how he's being portrayed is bogus.
It is vulgar. It is vulgar.
Yo, what up, boys?
What's good?
I just want to get like an honest opinion on everybody's reaction on the chapter thoughts, because I wasn't fucking with it at all.
Nobody here was.
Really? All right, I thought I was the only one.
Nah, I mean, it had
I'm gonna go back and look at this reaction, and I'm gonna feel so fucking stupid.
Oh yeah, for these scans as well, it had really good artwork.
Because in the beginning of my reaction, like, okay, what arc? And I'm gonna go back and rewatch them. Like, you fucking retard, you have no idea what's coming.
I mean, the panelization was great. The artwork was great. It was just the paneling.
I don't know about the paneling, because the paneling for the fight, yeah, this nigga Odin was like a mile away from Kaido, and he jumped up.
Yeah,
he made the craziest jump.
Well, we know about Odin's jumping ability from 969. I mean, 968.
Okay, moderate.
We know the guy can jump.
I got a crown clown in the chat. He says he didn't trick Odin because he was weakened. He tricked because he
Vergo.
didn't have enough men.
Like, Vergo, remember I
That
said...
does
No,
wait,
he
but no,
literally
I'm not
said
done.
the battle
I'm
would
not
have been
done. I'm not done.
excruciating for them.
That does not make sense because he was talking about 5 years in the past. They didn't have enough men, Crown Clown. That's when they didn't have enough men. They were going against 10 samurai and 1 kunoichi. He had more than enough men, Crown Clown. What are you talking about?
Thank you. He had way more than he had 1,000 men plus himself, and he was and he stalled 5 years.
So what do you?
The only way I could somewhat see that, what if he didn't have king or queen back then? And then
he's had them.
He had king and queen.
According to the,
he did.
We don't know.
Jack's been a beast pirate since he was 8 years old, right?
Yeah, they were in the silhouettes next to Moria, but that was a few years after the 5 years.
Oh, okay, that was 2 years. 2 years.
Yeah, hasn't Jack been a beast pirate since 8 years old?
But even in the beginning of this arc, even going back to Zoe, King and Queen were in the silhouettes talking about 20 years ago in Wano. They've been there for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have,
They've
yeah.
always been there.
Yeah, and I don't know how you can say that Kaido wasn't like weaker than Odin because he was clearly getting ready to fucking die right before that interference.
Yeah.
If Kaido was completely untouched before he did that, maybe I'd agree with you.
Vergo, remember I said like a month ago, once when he clashed with Whitebeard and Roger and he took that hit. Remember I said Odin might be stronger than Kaido.
Yeah,
he is stronger.
I disagree with you at the time, but
you did, but it's fine.
Listen, I apologize. You have it here.
No, it's fine. But listen, the thing I noticed about him, right? I was thinking he's like Luffy, right? He got the same. He jumps off the island, rushes in like Luffy, right?
Yeah.
He's a dumbass, right? But he's just missing one thing. He's missing luck. He got the fucking stupidity of Luffy, but he's just stupid as fuck. Like he's so dumb.
I mean, as we know in all shonen, there's a thing called being consumed by your emotions.
My thing though is that I want to know what the agreement was between Odin and Orochi.
And that wasn't cleared up either. I thought they would have released.
Why the fuck do we still know about that, dog? That's one of the things that made this chapter worse.
I guess Shinobu was going to tell us in the current timeline, but still, like, what was the agreement, and why would Odin above anyone else agree to something so ridiculous?
Yeah, no, it feels really cheap, man. It
does. And even though Odin tries to throw in that line about you're just like Roger and Whitebeard, you're like a crazy psycho, but you have a certain softness to you.
Yeah, and he's basically saying he fucked them up. Roger Whitebeard changed them and fucked them up.
And I gotta say, and right after saying that, he took advantage of it. Florian,
you got a lot of noise in the background.
You got a lot of background, buddy.
Oh, my bad. I'm moving a lot. Give me a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was quite a bit going on. I don't know. Like I thought, do you think that? So another reason why I think that maybe Shinobu could possibly be a traitor is just that, like Odin obviously sacrificed and like let her go. Like, oh, you're trying to kill me, blah blah blah. Let her go. And there was no like, thank you, Lord Odin, or nothing like that. She seemed like she seemed as though she was ashamed or sad.
Yeah. Especially like towards the end when we had that page of just her walking around and thinking. The tone on those pages, it just seemed like off. It seemed a bit odd.
It did seem shady.
Oh, yeah, it seemed shady, yeah. So we'll see. I think it's Shinobu. I never wanted it to be Shinobu because I wouldn't give a fuck, but...
Yeah, I gotta say...
I think Oda's pushing Shinobu, but it's not Shinobu. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, because like, it'll be nice where the Scabbers think it's her, and then somehow the Straw Hats find out who the real one is.
Yeah, and it's cool, but don't make it some 2-bit character we only saw for 2 panels.
Yeah, fuck no. Yeah, that's
trash. I'm
telling you, bro, you're gonna see Orochi and Kinemon's wife, Suhu, just making out.
That would be wild.
That would be wild.
Oh, you're fucking fire, bro. Kinemon take an L like that. Oh no.
Yeah. I had my homeboy Vulture said
Vulture
he believes is what's Kagero, I think. That's
Sandro, yeah, the paint nigga.
Yeah, it's Walter Raleigh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then it makes the most sense.
Okay.
Say it again, because you're lagging.
Yeah, because you're lagging bad.
Well, I'm still moving around a bit, but Dendro still, like Conjuro, still hasn't said a word this flashback, and he has like the most
You good,
like insight in the group follow being.
I didn't get any of that, Bucko.
Your dog is lagging.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll go with your train of thought for this because I have heard this brought up before. What if Conjuro is faking that he's a bad artist, but that he's really, really, really good, but he's putting on a ruse to trick them?
Okay. And then
because it would play into the fact that Kinemon has said Otsuro hasn't aged a day since those 20 years ago. She's actually a painting. It's kind of wild, but it would play into that.
Oh.
Because again, her character is based off that old Japanese oil painting.
Interesting. Red Nose, are you outside, dude?
I'm outside again. What happened?
That happened. Better again.
Yeah.
Yeah, mics are going crazy today. I'm almost the one with the bad mic. Someone said Foxy got it. Someone said this nigga is drowning. Toki the traitor, she mad Odin got more ass and twerks better than her. Shut up, Sasuke.
That's some facts. Sasuke accurate with this one.
This nigga's a fool.
Oh man.
30 chapters left to the prize, chapter 1000. Chapter 1000, I feel like as content creator we should go all out.
Yeah, definitely. I don't even know what chapter. What would chapter 1000 fall on?
Chapter 1000 could honestly on what day?
Yeah, we have to look at the day.
Think about 40 weeks from now.
Yeah, the Olympics start at the end of July, right?
Yeah. About 40 weeks from now. I'd say about November, December is when we get chapter 1000.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in November of this year, last year we had Heat. We had 956, 957 come out in November.
Was that Luffy Kaido?
No, that was the fucking the bounties, man.
You're right.
Yeah, that was the bounties and Rox D. Zebek.
Rox D. Zebek.
I feel like the end of the year we could definitely get Luffy Kaido again though.
So there's Luffy Kaido again.
Yeah.
You mean like a round 2 or like the final fight, the end of the arc?
Round 2.
Round 2, yeah. You're the opinion that this arc might last a long time.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I can actually see that happening. I just feel like there has been so many plot points, so many characters, so many character arcs that have to be touched in this arc, and just finishing it in the next 40 chapters makes no sense. There's so many characters.
Yeah,
Abbots need to have their shine. The Straw Hats, Law, Kid. We've got X-Drake, Hawkins. X-Drake, Hawkins. We got Kaido himself. He needs to have some sort of shine after this fucking trash chapter.
Yeah.
We got Big Mom.
Ichiro Oda in the chat. I would change the chapter. I would make Kaido overpower Odin. I would have there be no outside help. I would have either the reveal of who the traitor is, maybe. I would have I definitely wouldn't have Odin get tricked by the fucking shape-shifting bitch again. And I definitely
twice is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, and I would not. I would have Odin react a little bit more to being imprisoned. I would. It's a lot of things, buddy. I can keep going. I would just have less ambiguity on what the fucking agreement was. There's quite a few things, but I'm not a writer.
Yeah. So I'm guessing Yasue helps the other scabbers get away, because
I'd say so. Yeah, because when they first got captured, I thought that some were going to escape somewhere, but I guess that wasn't the case.
She got Toki. He got Toki too, right? Yasu.
Yeah. He has her.
Yeah, Yasu's Toki. So yeah, it's setting it up perfectly for Toki to like die somehow, or just. I don't think Toki's dead though. I think she's alive in the current.
So I got a question. When does Momo see Kaido in the story? Like,
I guess
I'm guessing at the execution.
I guess they go to the Flower Capital, and that's where he sees his dad die.
Yeah, they're going to be executed in 3 days.
In 3 days. So I guess they make a trip. I guess news gets out of the execution, and then that sets up Yasue and them to possibly try to interfere with what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I would have done to change this chapter? I wouldn't have go on.
What's that?
Oh yeah, okay. I wouldn't have the power scaling wasn't really my biggest issue. Just Kaido's actual portrayal. It's the fact that he said 5 years ago you niggas would have beat us, so I had to lie to you and con my way to get in this W.
Yeah, that's why would you do that to Kaido?
Yeah.
Satsuki, if you want to talk, hop in, bro. But you're capping. He said in One Piece you have to worry about outside interference in a 1v1. Katakuri taught us that. Wait, hold on. But name villains that had to happen for it, because that always happens with the protagonist.
This is what let me tell you what he's trying to do. Like, I think the problem with Oda right now, he's going too fast. What he wanted to do is show this guy has all the power in the verse. Like Roger likes him, Whitebeard likes him. However, fate is against this man to lose. Whatever it takes, he has to lose. Basically, I said for Luffy to come there and shit. Like it's all destiny and shit. Like he had to die. That's why he's so stupid. Like I'm talking about Oda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like all of that has to happen. He could have looked back when he came with Roger the first time, went to Wano. He could have looked back and saw what's happening, and Roger and him could have just smacked Orochi and Kaido probably at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bet you Kaido was there, but he could have done that. But then Roger called him trash because he's stupid. He's like Luffy. Let me give you the best example. Mocktown, when Luffy ate that apple, Oden would have died.
What?
Yeah.
Bogus.
I get what you're trying to say.
I'm saying plot is against him. Oda is against him.
Yeah. And it's written in a bad way though. The plot is against him, but it's not like it's not like it flows nicely and it's natural, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like everything is against this man. And he's somehow a monster at the same time. So it's kind of hard to conceive.
I don't know who's doing the dishes. Come on, man. Have a little courtesy.
Yeah, whoever's doing the dishes, man. Come on.
That's Florian.
What the hell? I thought I'd mute my shit.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Thank you. I'm not being a coward. Like I just know like my production is shitty enough. It doesn't get worse. A fact with the next chapter, which is apparently 2 fucking weeks from now. I don't know, like how, where do we go from here? So because at this point that was the climax, quotation marks. So at this point we can only go downward from here, right? We're gonna get how Odin feels. We're gonna get the execution, and then we're done. Like that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Like that's how we're gonna end the flashback.
Isn't that crazy? Like the beginning of Odin's backstory.
You're telling me, wait, hold on. You're telling me that I can't look forward to 971. I have nothing to look forward to. Odin dies. He might give a good speech. Might. And it's over. And then we're back to another stalwart point because I'm sure the war won't begin immediately. So what am I looking forward to here? What do I have to want?
I think
go ahead.
I think Shinobu is going to reveal who the traitor is when we come back to the present. I think that. Or
is she gonna blame Law again?
No, because she heard the conversation between Orochi and Odin, so she knows the deal that they had. So yeah, because she was in the ceiling and she heard the whole thing go down. So she heard the conversation between Odin and Orochi. So I think that might be a strong point Oda might play up to when we come back to the present.
Like,
but go ahead.
Why are we trusting this slimy ass nigga who threw your father out of power? Like I I have so many. I almost wish I could talk to the nigga Odin. Like, what were you thinking, fam? This nigga
Yeah.
scrapped and clawed from being nothing to taking over your father's position, possibly killed or imprisoned your father, and you think he's gonna hold up his end of the bargain after 5 years? That's why he looked at you like, you thought, nigga.
Yeah, I don't know why he would listen.
Imagine he had to shake his booty too.
On God, bro, that nigga was like running down the street like, down, down, do your dance. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? Nigga was fucking Cupid shuffling all over Wano, and that nigga was enjoying every moment of you doing that.
If he was doing the like shuffle, it would have been cool. This dude was mad twerking. His twerk game was on point.
Oh my God. But with a little bit of city girls playing in the back.
I mean, Hyogoro's wife complimented him on his dance and said it was getting better.
That's wild.
So, like,
this is like the first time where a character takes an L, and the fans don't want that, right? The readers don't want that. Like when like the biggest L, like when back then, was Sanji's dad, right? Judge, but like that was an L. We like that, but this part, I don't get it, man. I don't get what Oda's doing. I really don't get it. I'm gonna just wait.
Yeah, hey, ACB, that's a good one. I want to talk to niggas in Japan. I want to see if they fucking with it. I really want to know.
Bro. Maybe they're not fucking with it, man. Because it's not doing that good. Like, they're getting like 12 million sales. Instead of getting that 30 million back then.
It fell down to 10.
Yeah.
He said Odin be like, you mind if I praise the Lord? Hey, you wildin'. That's wild. But it's sad to think that the coming chapters are nothing is going to be as there's no hype incoming in within the next month possibly. Like I don't know where I'm supposed to feel.
This is how I think he should end. My opinion. He gives a speech, right? The dawn, the future. Like he knows about the next Joy Boy, right? And then you see Kinemon and the 9 Scabbards dreading and sad, right? They're crying. And then the ships, like Frankie has the ships come from the ocean and submerge, and you have Luffy riding, and they started smiling. Like that's how it should end. And then they should put the box of older speeches right while Luffy's selling to Kaido.
Wait, can you repeat that last part? I don't think I understood.
I'm saying like you know how like the ships were destroyed, right? Remember Frankie said, let's make. You remember Madara, like he said about like let's make this amount of.
Yeah, it was 100,000 ships according to the Viz.
100,000. Is it no? It was 10,000, right?
No, it was 100,000 because remember, at first it came out as 10,000, but then Oda corrected it and said it's 100,000 ships.
Yes, and then one time he said less than that. He said 50,000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So. Oh, that's a trick right there. You see how Frankie lied? He told some people 50,000 and some people 100,000. You get that? So there's extra ships somewhere that we don't know. So the Straw Hats, they probably already know the guy who's betraying it, like the backstabber, because they know someone is like giving that information. So that's why Frankie made extra ships for the war. So if they come out from the water and Odin does that speech. And Luffy's in front of the ship, and Odin says like Luffy's the one.
So you're saying intertwining the flashback with real time?
Yes.
That would be. I would like that. I would like that, and be like and him saying something like them emerging from the ships, and then like Odin be like, "Our time will come," sort of like that.
Yeah, like he says.
I like that.
I am a foolish one, right? He admits he's foolish. Like he admits he's foolish. Like he's a dumbass, right? But it's not my fate to carry on this burden, right? Someone will come and he will be luckier than me. Bam. And that's it. Because we know he's not lucky. And we know he's just stupid, motherfucker. If he admits he's dumbass and he admits he doesn't and he's not lucky, I think that's a perfect way for Oda to correct that.
You know what? Red Nose, I like it.
Yeah. But I don't know if he's gonna do that though.
Most likely not. But I like that though. That was a cool spin on things. What's up, Glenn?
Hey, Vergo.
I
didn't expect to get the invite. I didn't expect to get the invite, to be honest.
I mean, you're a buddy of mine, so I don't see why you wouldn't. Glam, I was scrolling up. I saw you got some very strong opinions.
This chapter's trash.
Yeah,
so.
and I don't think you know me very well. I don't just bring on One Piece apologists or.
Yeah, I got you.
So if you don't like it, you don't like it, and you're completely entitled to that.
Yeah. Well, my problem, I'm seeing people get angry because the fight got skipped. The fight's too short, or Kaido got jobbed, as it were. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is that this man has completely different motivations than he does in the present time, with no reason for him to change.
Yeah.
He spent
so that hasn't been explained either.
Sitting on Wano, doing nothing as far as we're concerned. And now he's gone from, I'm okay with cheating my opponents, not fighting in a war. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with biding my time. But now he's like, gung-ho, gotta go on an island because I can, jump down and kill myself. What happened?
It is a drastic, extremely radical change.
What happened?
Yeah, and it's crazy because Oda, I love One Piece, right? Mm-hmm. Oda is one of my favorite mangaka.
Yeah.
And for this doesn't, he doesn't. I don't want to join the bandwagon and say he doesn't see himself, but he doesn't. It's hitting.
You just gotta say
it's hitting
like
different and not in a good way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I think people we gotta stop being sheep and just loving this shit just because it's One Piece.
Yeah.
Because we have to be. I understand that all this is opinionated, but we have to have at least some level of objectivity.
I'd say so. You lying, Vergo. No, I'm not lying. I do enjoy One Piece. I really do. In fact, and Oda, if you want some time, you can go through all my videos. You might see 3 or 4 bad reviews, period. That's how much I love the series. It's very hard for me to
I personally think why he's doing bad is the pacing. He's not used to this pacing.
I mean, he's the one that's setting the pace. He has no excuse.
I know, but he's been doing this for too long, and he just feels like I think he made.
Okay,
he did so much. He did so much. Like he got. If you notice,
hold on, Bev. I love holding.
The pacing started in Zao, right? Zao, the pacing was fast. It was faster than normal.
What the fuck did you just call it?
It took him a year just to climb a mountain.
It's called Zao. Right?
I call it Zao. I know it's Zao, but I like it Zao.
So you know what it's called and you just rather not?
My vocabulary accepted Zao. I'm done. It's over.
All right. Anyway. Crown Clown said, "Remember, these are scanlations, not the Viz. You know that we are not
the
really
Viz
arguing.
Isn't going to change what the
yeah, we're not arguing the dialogue, my guy. We're not arguing the dialogue. Who cares if they say something different? Viz is going to change the pictures.
I haven't even read this shit. I haven't read a single chapter of this flashback. I just learned everything through osmosis. I haven't heard anybody dispute anything.
Oh, Glam, you're right. I should kick you. Bye, Glam.
What?
Bye.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. You learn through osmosis, good work. But
yeah, man.
Y'all must be Demon Slayer fans. I only watch the anime. So no, I'm not. Even though that opening song kind of hits. But maybe I will be. Maybe I'm going to start reading Demon Slayer. How about that?
Demon Slayer is fire, bro. It's fucking good.
Sasuke said, y'all call Zoro when the Viz said it's Zolo. Sasuke is such a troll.
He ain't wrong.
Oh, my goodness. Zao, Mochi, Zebeku, niggas are creating their own languages. Well, Fiji thinks Glurg means something too. So.
Oh, yeah, Glurg, bro. Young Glurg over here.
Young Glurg.
I like how you say that the anime is going to fix that when Oda himself has said that the anime is basically a separate IP at this point.
Who said that? Who said that?
The point is, I'm not saying fix that though. I feel like it's already there, and since people have different interpretations, okay, I'm not wrong because there's something there. So what is that supposed to say? What is that telling you? What does that glurg mean?
That the man is glurging in pain at being one shot by Killer. That's what it means.
No, it doesn't, because he was standing perfectly normal. You're just being dumb and trying to just ignore what's in your face, bro.
Mm-hmm.
it's in your face that like there's literally a panel. It said he's perfectly fine, and there's a panel that's been
drilled in the stomach, taken all of Luffy's pain from island leveling and shattering attacks.
Exactly.
Nerfed to the point where he can't even beat somebody on his level. By getting a stomach ache.
Yes, I don't think it was a stomach ache.
Is very from getting poison that barely even affected him before that when he was fighting Hawkins.
I never said it's a good thing. It's just trash. It's absolutely trash.
What are you guys talking about?
The Zoro versus Killer fight.
Oh, I mean, he got nerfed.
Him staying blurred and having a stomach ache is not an excuse.
Fiji, you're making yourself look bad. You're making yourself look bad.
I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just
then
saying,
what are you saying?
Why are you even bringing it up
then what
in
are you
the first
saying?
place?
There's literally a panel that says Glurg. It's literally in your face.
The panel
That's what I'm trying to say.
Change anything about the outcome of the fight. It doesn't matter.
When does he say?
It does change it though. It does change it. Right when he's dropping. Right when he drops. Right.
He still got one shot.
No, he never got one shot though. The point is he didn't collapse from the attack. His attack knocked Killer out. Then he stood perfectly fine for another like.
Additionally, you could say the same thing because Killer is drinking the same poison. He's been drinking longer.
What do you mean drinking longer?
Like they don't give him water like normal water. They give him poison water too.
Yeah, I get that. He was also enough.
He's way weaker.
That's fine. I'm not using this to power scale or anything. I'm just trying to make sense why this nigga doesn't collapse. I'm trying to understand why this nigga doesn't collapse from any fucking attack for 950 chapters, but then one little slice makes him drop. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what I'm trying to explain.
Fiji, you have to understand this. In every single sword fight that Zoro's been in, he's one-shot his opponents. What do you think's going to happen if he loses to a swordsman on his level or stronger than him? It's going to be a one-shot.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
It is how it works.
A single time Zoro hasn't one-shot his opponent and won. A single time.
There isn't, but has there been a time where he gets one shot?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, has there been a time where he gets one shot by people that were stronger than him?
He blocks it.
Zoro,
he didn't have the chance to block it. That's the
he got sliced up by Mr. One. He got fucked up by Mr. One. He was on the...
When has he went up against a true swordsman and they've landed more than one blow?
Thank you.
Is Killer a true swordsman though? He's a drunk crackhead. What the fuck?
He has his swordsman shit. Kaku's a devil fruit user. Mr. One's a devil fruit user.
And you know what's funny? He never fought anyone with a crushed blade, like a top 50 blade at all.
He's never fought anyone with just. He's never fought anyone with like just a normal sword besides Ryuma. And what was Zoro versus Ryuma, Fiji?
Yeah, what about that fight?
It was a one-shot.
And also, Brooke even pointed out that because they were on such an even level, that the fight would be very Brooke even pointed out
because most time when you get hit by a sword, it's a fatal blow.
It would be very short.
Fiji, this is how I see it, right? Whether they're both
okay, when I Zoro, I'll give you that. Mihawk hit Zoro more than
They're both weakened. So they're actually.
But Mihawk wasn't going for the kill,
in my opinion, right?
Yeah,
he's way more nerfed. Even if you say Zoro's nerfed, they're still at the same place.
Killer's nerfed more.
Yeah, he's just nerfed more, and just that dude. The guy's been drinking poison, and he's
bring up this. I agree.
Yeah. This Yukimaru nonsense. Zoro dodged the attack and has good enough observation hockey to counter kill it. That's not an excuse.
I think Killer was trying. I think Oda wanted to show that Killer is at Zoro's level, but he's nerfed too. That's it. That's all I got from that.
It's kind of weird that he would do that because he literally gave Zoro a power up right afterwards, but whatever.
but we have. That's the thing. We haven't seen them yet. We're gonna see Killer get his power.
Right? No, Red Nose, I got you. I'm just saying, it's weird.
It is weird. I just want Kid. In my opinion, I want Kid to be stronger than Luffy. Literally. Never
gonna happen.
I want that.
I understand you want it, but we gotta face the facts.
So Roger's gonna get like Shiki, Garp, Sengoku, like all these. He even said Sengoku could take me off. So no one could take on Luffy on his.
I'm pretty sure those guys could fight Roger, but could they beat Roger? No.
Garp can.
No.
Here we go.
Garp never said
no.
That.
I don't believe it.
Roger literally said we almost killed each other.
No,
that's not in the manga, bro. That's anime only.
That's not bad translation. I got
the official translation. Red Nose. He says that he simply says we have fought. If we have fought each other many times.
I can get you the translation next time, right? I'll post it. I'll post it next time, right? I don't have time now, but I translated. Hear me out wholeheartedly, right? Uh-huh. I took the kanji and I took it to a Japanese Discord, and I asked them to translate it for me. Right?
Here he goes again, bringing up the kanji.
No, I'm not translating. What they told me was, right, it's easier for the anime to not make a mistake because it's easier to basically hello?
Huh?
Someone, I thought I got kicked out. No. It's easier, right, for the anime to not fuck up the translation because it's easier to understand linguistically, right? But when you read the kanji, it's very difficult. That's why it's harder for these guys.
Isn't that the reason Viz hires qualified translators in the first place?
No, there's a new guy that came out 2 years ago, the new Viz guy. He said that the previous guy is so worse that he went back and he did from volume 1 to I think up to 500 chapters. Because that's how bad it was.
Yeah,
right?
Done it, yeah.
They're just normal people. They made a mistake. Let me go find them. How about this? I'm gonna find it for you. I'm gonna find Gar for you.
And I get exactly where you're coming.
Whoa. Madara muted himself for some reason.
He muted himself. But listen, for example, the Viz, they say Mihawk is the greatest swordsman, right? But it's not. Then the guy came and changed it. He said the guy got it wrong. It was the strongest swordsman. The Garp thing too. The anime is correct. When I got the kanji, they translated.
Doesn't Buggy also say in the anime that the only person on Rogers that fought him equally was Whitebeard?
Yeah.
So
and that means that Garp didn't fight him equally ever.
Oof.
But we don't know if he's.
And Buggy was there to see all those fights as he's a member of Rogers' crew.
Oof.
That's true, right? But the way I saw that, right?
Then that only means that Garp nearly killed Roger
by glam seduction,
not through actual legitimate equal power level. That's what that means.
No. When I see when he's talking about Whitebeard, he's saying equal as the only pirate equal to him. That's how I saw it. Right? He said he said the only man equal to this guy is Whitebeard, the strongest pirate, right? That's what he said. But I see it as he means.
You can't see it as, bro. You can make your own interpretation.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you say I see it as, you understand that you're building your own narrative, correct?
I just told you it's headcanon, right? This is headcanon, right?
I'm not arguing headcanon. I'm arguing what's physically said. No, I'm arguing the facts.
Okay, that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you want to take it as Garp is okay, so Garp and Shiki are not at his level.
Oh no, you guys got Red Notes talking about Garp?
Garp is a monster, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's saying he's not. We're just not saying that he was equal to Roger. That's all we're saying.
So you're telling me Garp almost killed this guy by some lucky hap? Sengoku's there helping him out or something?
I'm saying that it was probably through different circumstances. It wasn't through them just having a straight up 1v1 and Garp just kicked his ass to the point that Roger was nearly dead.
Nah. Oh yeah, I don't think Red Nose meant that though. It just means that they're equals. They're
equals.
Yo, Yak attack!
What's good?
Monique, whatever.
What's poppin', Yak?
I mean,
not this chapter.
I have the same opinion about Garp that I have about Smoker. I think he's a very cool character, very strong character. But I think the Navy gives a lot of smoke to Garp that could actually be attributed to Roger.
That's fair.
Oh, you mean like how Smoker got the clout for taking down Crocodile, but okay.
And how they gave
rocks and shit.
For taking out rocks. That's exactly what I think it is.
Yeah, I think that could make sense, but with the whole Garp the hero, Monkey D. Garp, strongest.
The Marines made those titles up, PG.
I understand that, but he's, it's just the fact that he's Luffy's granddad that, I'm not gonna say armor.
No,
I'm gonna say
nobody's saying that Garp is weak.
I'm not saying he's not strong.
Okay, I understand that, G.
He's strong. I just think it's gas.
Yeah. I get it.
What is gas?
They saying Garp is gas.
saying. Garp
He's like, gas. What is
I
that?
don't think it's that good.
Garp is not gas. How is he gas?
He's just a mop. Garp the mop, baby. That's what he's saying.
He's just acting stupid. Ignore him.
That's just funny.
I can see where you're coming from on that. I just don't. I think that would just be
Garp
stupid.
is not gas.
Yeah, I have them.
Exactly.
I got Whitebeard, Roger, and Garp like at the same level, like equal. They go extreme depth. They fight like days.
I mean, that's fine to think that. I don't agree.
Yeah. I don't agree.
Yeah, you're good, bro. Just don't.
Yeah, like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinions. I want to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Black Lucy. You just joined.
No, I was gonna divert because you guys talk about the chapter already. I was gonna say
I
something.
was gonna talk. I was gonna break. The next thing I want to do was get yours and Yak's opinion.
Well, let Yak go. I haven't heard him talk.
Yaki.
Well, obviously, there's a lot of reasons why people would be upset at this chapter, and I obviously have not been thrilled with One Piece for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there's a few things. I don't know if you guys have talked about it. I've been in and out of the live reaction, but with regards to Kaido and the whole power scaling thing, I don't know if in this flashback if he's as strong as he is in current time.
We talked about that a few times.
Okay.
So, yeah. I don't know. Yak, correct me if I'm wrong. Is he a Yonko at this point in time?
Never been stated.
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never been stated a single time, as far as I'm aware.
So it's entirely possible. I don't know how I would like this if this were to be true, but it's entirely possible that Kaido is not nearly as strong as he is now in current time. That's it. I think it's a definitive possibility.
You mean he's been 20 years?
I agree.
So what it seems like is there seems to have been some deep characterization that went down with Kaido, because not only is he not as strong as he was, there seems to be a discrepancy in his character as well. I don't see
the suicide thing.
I don't see him as suicidal. I don't see him as a drunkard, and he seems to be very, very fucking logical.
He is. He's a fucking smart dragon. But, yeah.
Yeah, that his soliloquy kind of put me off for a second.
It threw me all the way off.
Yeah, it was different. I mean, it's just something we haven't seen yet, so I don't know.
It's a Kaido that's cunning, a Kaido that's calculating.
Mm-hmm.
It's
I mean, even him falling on the island, we have more context now. We know that's calculated because Apu had already betrayed them, and he was calculated. It wasn't coincidence.
Yeah, but the context of that was that it was Apu's idea, not Kaido's.
I mean, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Like,
I mean, they work in tandem. Correct.
Because this whole Wano thing it's like chalking up to who had more responsibility for it between Orochi, Kaido, and the old woman.
And it seems like Kaido.
I don't know.
Because Kaido is beautiful. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I was just gonna say, old woman is a G.
That old woman works for Shiki, bro.
She MVP.
Speaking of the old woman, I don't know if you guys talked about this as well or not, but I think it was Dev in the chat that mentioned when would she have been able to touch Momonosuke so that she could turn into Momonosuke? The only time that I could think of is when they originally attacked Toki and them 5 years ago, I guess.
Or it's very well that she could have been posing as Sukiyaki before she did what she did.
Oh.
Okay.
So
yeah, that could be.
I can see it as that. Black Luffy, what are your thoughts, man?
So I'm just gonna say it blatantly out loud. It's pretty disappointing. Both Kaido and Oden are trash for two different reasons.
Keep it above.
Like,
oh man,
Kaido, for him to get cut on the first attack that is sent his way from Oden. That shit, it blows my mind. Like the first attack, that just implying that Oden could have done this. Like, any combo he wanted was gonna cut this nigga. Cut this man. So, besides that, Oden, him getting hit with a no-name attack with no hockey on it and dropping, even though he was trying to hold himself up, but as soon as he saw that it was not Momo, like, he just like kind of gave up. Like, that shit was trash. Like a man that sacrificed his whole country for his dream, like wanted to leave his whole country behind for his dreams, then turned his back to his country again for his dreams. And then he put his life, and then he danced for the country, even though they were still getting screwed. He thought he was protecting them, but they were still getting screwed. He waits 5 years and finds out that like you've been a fool this whole time. Like it's just the downfall of Odin is pretty garbage.
And he doesn't even say anything about like feeling regretful of his actions or anything like that. He's like, "Oh, it just happened."
See, I think that's coming about it. Yeah, I think that's coming though. I think the whole thing about the speech that's about to happen is the country still don't rock with Odin. And
they're very against him.
They have to rock with Odin after the speech. It has to. You know what I'm saying?
It has to move.
You gotta
them.
say, I'm stupid.
I wanted to move.
I made a mistake. Shit like that.
I wanted
like
to move.
If he admits that, if he admits he's a foolish person, I'm okay with that. Like,
yeah,
he has to admit
I am a fool, but I'm foolish for these reasons. I want him to sway the people of Wano as well as sway the readers in tandem.
Would that fix this? Would that fix the way that this chapter and the one before?
No. Most certainly not.
If he admits that he's unlucky,
no,
and he's a foolish person,
let's keep it a buck.
There
is no fixing the way it went.
He knows his character like that. He's not the one, and if he brings up like the future of Luffy,
listen.
If he says there's someone,
Oda cannot be Bob the Builder. There is no fixing this shit. Previous chapter or this chapter, I had hope. I was, maybe this chapter will fix the next. No, we need to take chapters as they are when they come, concrete.
No, you can't do that because you're supposed to read this in a volume.
The only way I'd say you can't do that. The only way I'd say you can't do that is
I won't
it
take that
changes the context
out.
of it completely.
I won't
There's
take
no
that cop out.
changing the context of this.
I will not take that cop out because when we do that, we set ourselves up for failure every single time. So if you're gonna say, it'll come soon, then you'll be very upset because people are like, he gave us a giant straw hat. We'll get the context soon. No, he didn't. But
actually, Vergo, I don't agree with you on that point because stories are not meant to be just evaluated on a one chapter basis. Stories are meant to be evaluated in their entirety. Now, it doesn't mean that
I agree and I disagree.
I think Vergo's correct in the sense that we shouldn't change it only unless the speech at the end changes the context of what happened in this chapter and the previous one. I don't think there's really anything Oda could do that could change the context of this fight being skipped, like at all.
Probably not.
That's garbage. We're not talking about the fight. We're talking about don't even bring up the fight. The fight is garbage, right? We're talking about why Odin was a dumbass and waited 5 years. That's the only thing he could correct. Odin's character.
And I think that's a maybe at best for fixing that.
Like for example, when Sanji wore that race suit, he's a piece of shit, right? But when he wore that race suit, but he said, I'm doing everything for the crew, right? Like he just gave up on everything. I kind of understood that. He said, I fucked up.
His ego and shit.
Yeah, and he just went with it. And I'm like, all right, that's fine, Sanji. If you think you did so bad, I get it now. You rather save yourself, and just accept that power up. That's good for me. That was I accepted that. Odin, I cannot accept the fight. The fights are just garbage.
I mean, I don't know. Look, people hate to hear it, but I'm gonna say it on here. Like the whole point of this.
Free reign to say whatever you want, man.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you having me, Vergo. But the whole point of this shit, this flashback is to set the scabbards up, set you up as a reader to understand what the scabbards went through, what Orochi did, and to tell some history and lore through Odin's character as like a POV. But like for us to, I feel like our expectations be so high for this shit. Like it was a flashback, man, and still the longest flashback in One Piece. And most flashbacks don't even have like a Nolan flashback had cutting the snake. That's about it. Like
it's not for I don't think we need to have a flashback for the fights. It's for us to be emotionally in tune with the character that's passed away. That's extremely pivotal to the story. And that being said, we have. And I was arguing with Dritz, and he goes like, "It's the worst flashback we've gotten in One Piece. One of the worst." And I found myself struggling to disagree with what he was saying.
Because you can't.
No, you can definitely disagree.
It makes me upset because I was excited. I was very excited about this flashback.
I know. That's exactly. Expectations were so high that when it is consistent with the other flashbacks, just longer, right? With more like more depth because it has more intertwined with the story, like Roger and shit. But like besides that, it's still set up in the same with the same significance and lack of emphasis on fights, like the same way that it was our expectation.
I'm a meathead.
I didn't have expectations into this flashback. The thing that I've heard about it makes me think it's trash. Just objectively, it's bad.
I don't think it's flashback.
I don't want to say that because there are parts that I really, really like.
But the reason I say this,
in comparison, it can't compare, unfortunately.
Yeah, because the flashback it hasn't been all trash. Because
this is the best flashback we've had in One Piece. Like seriously.
What'd you say?
It's the best flashback we've had in One Piece.
I don't think it's not the best. I would say top. I like it. It's top 5.
You're entitled to your opinion. It's not the best.
Yeah, everything we've gotten, we got a Roger clash. We got them laughing. We got
but at the end of the day, that's fan service.
I mean, but these are things you're gonna want to, as a fan, go back and read again. So when I go back and look at like a catalog of all the flashbacks, the one I'm gonna want to pick up is this one right now.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you on that one, Black Luffy. But think about this: like we have Robin's flashback, amazing. We have almost every Straw Hat flashback is amazing. Sanji. And then you have Nolan the Liar, phenomenal. And then Otahime, amazing. Like
Dr. Hill,
like when you compare it to those, I don't think it matches it.
And I say that the reason is because it has basically all the good parts of the flash have relatively little to do with Odin.
Correct.
Exactly. That's my issue. A lot of them don't have to do with the character themselves.
Yeah.
Honestly, next chapter will make it break it for me because again, I don't think the significance of this whole thing and Odin's character hinged on what he did to Kaido in that fight. I think it was always hinging on what he said in his final moments and gave to the country because they have no hope right now. They don't need he reminds them who the Kazuki are and shit right before he dies.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say that the problem is that it doesn't focus on any of the themes going into the arc that had to do with Odin. His whole deal going into the arc was, I want to open the borders. He hasn't brought up opening the borders as his own personal desire a single time.
Well, that's because he was trying to, whatever agreement he came to with Orochi is what's in the way.
I'm just saying that Orochi was also opposed to opening the borders, and he's given no reasons as just why
he did when he was 18, which is why he left in the first place why he hopped on Riper's ship. But they haven't mentioned it since then because he's been exploring.
And that's the whole reason we're here, other than the fight Kaido.
I get we haven't had that dialogue between him and the Scabbards. Like what do you want him telling the Scabbards? Because he's not telling the country until this moment he's about to die. He didn't tell nobody. Right? We haven't seen him tell nobody, even though it's maybe to be assumed that he told the Scabbards, but we didn't get that because
for God's sake.
If we have already seen that, then the significance of what we're about to see next chapter, what he tells all of Wano,
and
sends them off with, wouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying? If we already heard it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying if we already heard it, then it wouldn't get significant. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure this next, because it's gonna be 3 days until he gets done off with. They're all pretty much in the same area, so they're gonna have 3 days to talk. I'm pretty sure in those 3 days, he's gonna tell them about his whole adventure with Whitebeard, with Roger, what they discovered, why he wants to open up the borders, who the next Joy Boy is. He's probably going to go through all that stuff. But right now, when he first came home, his first thing was to get rid of Orochi and Kaido.
Wait, Madara, wasn't Neko and Ino there too?
No.
You're right, they weren't. You're right, they left off. When he went back to Wano.
They were not there.
You're right.
Yeah, they don't know. The only one who knows is, no, exactly, no one knows. Because Izo didn't come back to Wano with them.
Mm-hmm.
So no one knows. Only he knows. That's what I'm saying. We got to wait for just in this one respect, since we're saying that we're not endeared to Odin yet. We have to wait for this next chapter because, again, as what Black just said, something that he says during his execution is going to unite the country in missing Odin.
Or it has to, rather.
It has to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the flashbacks just
make no sense.
Trash. Yeah, it was just thrown away. Make no sense.
Believe in Oda. That's all I say. I mean, I have not. Listen, Whole Cake totality is pretty good. There's no problem with it.
On my reread, I ended up liking Whole Cake.
Yeah, when I reread it again, I liked it. Wano's kind of bad, but
yeah, I'm actually glad Dritz is not here right now. Me and him argue about Whole Cake all the fucking time.
I don't like Whole Cake either, but not for different reasons than other people for the most part.
Word.
Yeah,
and,
not a fan of it either.
I wouldn't say it's the worst flashback because I think Zoro's flashback is kind of garbage. I don't really care about that.
Zoro's flashback actually gets funnier the more the series goes on because of how utterly ridiculous and nonsensical it is.
I agree.
Somebody could just start reading One Piece and they asked me like straight up, "Is this flashback supposed to be funny?" Because I laughed.
It's funny because people always compare Zoro and Sanji. Their flashbacks, it's weird that I don't give a fuck about either.
Compared to Sanji's first flashback, Zoro's flashback is hot and garbage.
The first, Sanji's flashback is pretty good. But
it's good, but is it bad that I laughed? Sorry.
Like Senior Pink's flashback is better than Zoro at the moment, and
that's another good one. Like Senior Pink had two chapters.
Yep,
it was great.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like in comparison with these great top tier flashbacks from a character who's a villain that's not even like a main general,
you get like 4 chapters of good stuff, and that's only because Roger and Whitebeard are there.
Come on.
The flashback's level of quality is dependent on characters that aren't the focus of the flashback.
Wow.
That says something right there.
Eamon Quinn, I don't know who you're referring to because I haven't seen the comment right away, but you're talking about my panel. He said, Vergo, your stream panel are incapable of seeing bigger picture storytelling in Wano, and it's sad. Especially this guy talking. Which guy are you referring to, may I ask?
I think it's the exact opposite. I think, like, literally the whole thing is dependent on the arc of the POV. Like, but this one's different, man. This one's... Because the other flashbacks, we didn't go to, like, multiple places as much.
Dude. No, that guy.
Well, the places don't really matter. It's about what the subject taking place,
like crews and such. You know.
I don't know. I like responding to the chat because the chat are my homies and they're just much in this call as you guys, in my opinion.
No, I'm watching. I thought he was gonna talk about me.
I don't know which guy he's referring to.
It's probably me because I'm the one hating, but whatever. Me? No, it's not you.
But you did get brought up earlier, Black Lucy.
Wait, what's up?
I think this arc could be
They're talking about the panelists that we have here today, and they say that we can't see the bigger picture.
Yeah, the bigger picture. Yeah.
This arc could be really good. I don't know, man. You could.
It could be.
It could be really good.
The problem is that, and Oda's been doing.
It's hard to care about anything that's going on, man.
It really is.
You're right. I know, man.
It like the more that
it's hard to be entertained.
Wait, all right. I'm sorry. I gotta address this. ACB Oda Hime was not Uncle Ruckus. Listen, Oda. Oda Hime was a very good flashback. She just wanted everybody to be unified, in the same way that Dr. Martin Luther King would like us to be. The same reason why there's blacks and whites currently in this call together. All right.
Read. No, I'm kidding.
Shut up, nigga.
And I'm mixed, so you know.
And the same reason why Black Luffy was even allowed to become mixed, and it was okay.
And the thing about Oda Hime is, well, you can go back to her flashback and look at Luffy's ability, observation-wise, it's the same as Oda Hime. I like that. That's why I like.
Yeah, exactly. The emotions.
Like, they have the same ability. That's what I like about that.
The emotions in the person. And think about how much what she did paid it forward for her daughter. What she did with Don Quixote and Nilfgaard ended up paying it forward. He saved her and made her.
Yeah.
That gave us one of the best moments in Reverie.
I love that. So if you think Otohime's flashback was trash, you're bugging, HCB. And yes, Fisher Tiger was great. The flashback did do something for Wano. It showed that we should care about Odin just because.
Human blood in my body.
Oh my god.
I was either way.
So,
and Fisher Tiger was great too. He had the same ideology.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before you, I just want to ask the cover page. You guys liking the cover page? It's like
who gives a fuck about the Germ pirates? No.
Gang Bay's going on.
I don't care.
They're doing my Gang Bay's dirty.
Like where is it leading to? Like it has to lead to something productive.
It's going to lead to Chiffon meeting Lola, and then it's going to be over. It's just to show you what they're doing to waste time. Probably.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
No,
I don't get it. Like,
never.
Beige literally takes hits from Big Mom. Why is he getting like down by fucking people that are kissing him?
Because the plot demands it.
Is he getting captured or something? I
mean, am I wrong?
It looks really, really lame, dude.
Isn't he in Dressrosa still?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in Dressrosa.
What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell? The cover page is Bunfuku. Is literally garbage.
Get your ass out of there, bro.
Garbage. Literal, in the words of Caleb City, literal.
Like, is he gonna meet King Riku and then like I don't know? Like,
oh my god, if he takes over Dressrosa, that would be wild.
Capone's gonna get arrested for tax fraud.
Country can't catch a break, bro. It got taken over.
Exactly, bro. Capone just come in there and just run his shit.
Shit.
And they don't have anybody to defend it because Kiros is at Marijois.
Kiros gonna get more respect by beating Capone Beige, bro.
ACB, Fisher Tiger died because he didn't want ACB. Don't troll. Fisher Tiger's my nigga. Don't do that. Sasuke says Fisher Tiger is whack, Arlong out and better. Oh my god.
Yikes.
Why are you disrespecting Nat Turner like that, bro?
Oh my god. Man said Nat Turner. Fisher Tiger was so nappy, bro.
Glam wildin', man.
He is wildin'. That's just hilarious.
That's what it is.
Fucking white
Dixon
people,
said
man.
the worst cover page of all time. That's a bold statement. There's 969 other cover pages.
Bro, we had to deal with the Orlumbus cover story, and you're saying that the Beige shit's worse than that?
Yes, Oda, I have a Viz subscription. I would like to read early as to basically save myself from getting spoiled. Because in the Twitter that I'm involved in, if I even log on for a moment, I'll get spoiled instantaneously.
That's right.
Not lacking.
I'm in several group chats. I'll get spoiled. Point by period.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be great in a vacuum if we could all read the official, when it comes out.
That's
and
not
get
going to
spoiled.
happen.
But it is what it is. No, it won't happen. No way.
Until they just fully outlaw everything.
Well, that's a Japan thing. So, because they're the ones that ship it out physically like 5 days before.
Yeah, and then there's folks that translate the kanji like Red Nose.
So really, Vergo, you should be blaming Shueisha for letting their own spoilers come out. Because it's really
Good evening, everyone. What's up?
What's poppin'? Who that?
That's my dream, bro. Learn how to translate this shit.
Jackin, bro? What the fuck?
Oh, no! Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jackin's first stream. What's up?
Tell me how many times you called me a dumbass for saying Odin is OP.
Bro, you're a fucking dumbass, but you were right, though.
Yo, and what's up, Satsuki? You joined too?
Bro, there was no reason to believe that Odin was strong, but fuck, he nearly one-shot Kaido. Game. Fuck, Kaido had to sneak him. Fuck.
Yes, he did. It's wild. And Satsuki, stop capping in the chat.
What are you talking about?
You've been capping since this stream began. Trust in Oda, you are wrong.
Name 5 times. Name 5 times.
Five, nigga?
Go ahead. What y'all think about Rookie, Moria, Kaido, and Odin all being comparable?
I don't know how I feel about that.
We with it.
Okay.
I think it's good.
Okay, so like in One Piece, there's a thing where people hype each other up, hype themselves up. So when Moria said all I needed was Luffy's shadow and I would have been able to beat Kaido, for years I thought that was fuckeries. No, bro.
Let's go. Okay.
That's not all he said, Draken.
To make me
Draken, that's not all he said.
You don't do at this rate, shit.
I'll say this though. I'll say this about that. That he's thinking about the Kaido that he fought 23 years ago.
That's not what he said, though. That's not all he said. He said, I'm going to get Luffy's shadow and then collect more armies up throughout the world. Then I'm going to fight him. He needed one, bro.
He couldn't have beat the man with just pre-time skip Luffy's shadow.
Yeah. Why not?
That is severe cap.
Nah, I don't know.
No, not severe.
I'll say this though, Vergo. Like what I think he's thinking about the Kaido he fought 23 years ago. He has PTSD from. He's not thinking about the Kaido now that we about
He's
to
talking
fight.
about the
You know what I'm
best
saying?
nigga.
Yeah, so like I think the bitch ass Kaido that had
But
the scheme for 5
wild.
years. She's
Like,
talking
how
about
much
that
weaker is the nigga now? I mean, how much weaker is the nigga then? I mean,
like I said, Rookie
Kaido
Moria, Odin, and Kaido
right?
are all
Kaido would admit
relative.
Right? That's how I see it. President Kaido mid-dish that trash.
I mean, technically, Kaido and Moria weren't relative to Odin because Kaido would have lost Odin like 3
Yeah, I mean,
5
that's
years
true.
prior.
That's fact. That's big fact.
That's true.
But I will say this. The Kaido growth rate's going to go crazy if you can make that much of a jump from then to now, to that 5-year period.
Yeah.
20 years.
Jesus.
This is why I say people shouldn't be very angry about Kaido getting this disrespected in terms of what he is supposed to be now. It's been 20 years. He has a lot of time to grow.
Yeah, we understand that.
And I just want to point something out, right? His cycle is he got his ass beat a lot, and then he found out like, oh, they can't kill me. Now I'm gonna try to kill myself. That's what happened. So he's not out there yet. He has to get his ass beat a lot now.
Right.
This is not. Right. It's not over. He's gonna start getting beat up. Uncle Shank's gonna beat him up. Big Mom gonna beat him up. White Bear gonna beat him up.
Red Nose. Kaido is insanely powerful, right? That's not my gripe with Kaido. Once a bitch ass nigga, always a bitch ass nigga. That's my gripe with Kaido, bro. Kaido is moving like a hoe. Since the first time I seen Kaido,
this is why Draken is trash, right? This is why Draken is a garbage dude, right? He's been hyping up Drake. He said he's been hyping up Drake for like throughout the whole time he's been reading One Piece. Drake has a nosebleed, and now he's like he's a bitch nigga. And he's
wait.
He's saying my nigga Draken switched up?
No, wait. This is the reality, right? This is how I move. Based on the evidence, my opinion changes based on the evidence, right? Drake got nosebleeds because he can't see women. That's a strike on your name. Next. Yeah, that's a strike. Next. He's a carnivorous T-Rex, but he doesn't like blood, right? That's another strike on your name. And then in the new movie that just came out, he's just getting tossed around left and right. Like, you're done. 3 strikes and you're out. He's done.
Hold on, that ain't canon. Hold on.
It's canon to fucking me. You're done. You're done.
To be fair, all the supernovas.
Hold on, that ain't canon.
Bro, Drake literally was picked up and threw. He was picked up and threw. Nah, you're done.
They got to show out with the movies. It's Hollywood time.
Yeah. Yo, the only thing that would save Drake for me is if he's like a full body armament Haki T-Rex running in the sky using Get One shooting Haki blast.
That's an invitation to get bumpy, bro. Everybody that's got that move gets one shot. So
that would be wild as hell.
Yeah.
That's an invitation to get wrecked. Anybody who has that technique has gotten one shot.
Hey Glam, it was nice talking to you, bro. Thanks for listening.
Hey yo, I thought we could say I thought we could say what we feel.
Yeah, bro. What is this?
Vergo a fucking liar, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Yo, Vergo. You know how like you always wanted to say that word in Bragos?
What word?
You know that word.
What word?
The hardy R, baby.
Oh wow.
What about it?
Let's go.
I'll play it.
Oh,
what about it, my guy?
Okay, never mind.
I'm not
what about it, my guy? Calm down. Got one of the black people in the chat.
Be careful, Red Nose.
Hey, clarification, chat. Red Nose is black, so don't go crazy on him.
Now I can say the hardy R. The fuck?
I ain't say all that, but
not only is Red Nose black,
I didn't say all that.
He's a Somali pirate. He's an illegal immigrant. You can say everything.
Nigga, so why your accent is so thick? It's all the chat keep talking about. Talking about illegal immigrants, nigga. This motherfucker. Wait, hold on, nigga. Is that Todoroki as Jesus for your avatar? What is that, Draken? Is that Todoroki as Jesus? What is that?
He ain't saying no.
Yeah, don't say nothing.
You not gonna respond to me, my nigga?
Draken, is that Todoroki?
Wait. Who are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Your profile
pic. You.
My profile picture? No, that's Draken Hagar from Game of Thrones.
Why is it like Todoroki?
Nah, that's Draken's hair.
Because Draken Hagar definitely never had that hair.
Yes, bro.
It's from the book, Vergo.
Oh, I see.
You know damn well we don't read.
Oh my god.
Todoroki is Jesus, bro.
Yo. You know what? That's not half bad. Somebody get on that and send it to me.
Just give him the Prince Zuko scar over one of his eyes, and you're good to go.
Wow.
That's right.
That's geek.
I was just really surprised that you brought up My Hero Academia to me. To me.
Right. but no, going forward, I want the best for One Piece. I really want this to strive. So I hate the fact that we're going to be in a slow decline in the mood of the story, so to speak, because this was supposed to be a climax.
I'm just sick and tired of all the hiding shit until the right time.
I would like a bit quicker review.
I'm getting like, bro, we need to stop with the constant mystery.
That's right. That's right. It's like a woman that's just teasing you, and you know that you're getting finessed, and she's not going to give you no fucking pussy. At a point in time, you need to call it fucking
Oh
quits.
my god.
Like, you're not giving me no pussy, I'm done. I'm tired of the blue balls. I'm tired.
Just imagine him doing that to Akiji like he did to Green Bull, and it's just a fucking silhouette, and everyone
why did you have to silhouette King and Queen?
Silhouettes in this chapter.
What was that?
I don't think he wants to show the. I don't know. I actually don't know. I have no.
We've seen him, bro. There's no point in hiding him in the flashback. What are you doing?
That's not an excuse. He could have just drawn them without the hybrid.
Man, I could have. Yeah. I hear a lot of complaining. Older the reason why niggas eating, because he leave everything ambiguous.
That's right. Well, that's right.
No.
That's right.
No.
Right.
Hey, that's kind of a fact because niggas can make so much content out of this mystery shit.
Yeah, but at what point is enough?
It's never enough because first of all, all you niggas that would say that statement right there, all you niggas making that statement are going to cry when One Piece is over.
I mean, you kind of right. Like, maybe.
Definitely, niggas are going to be hurt.
Oh, Vergo.
Suicide watch. Forget her.
High key, huh?
I wanted to say that Big Mom is an alien.
Yo, stop saying
what?
He might be on to something.
Sasuke,
listen,
would you like to elaborate?
Listen, right?
That's my theory, Vergo. He's telling.
Let him elaborate.
Goku was...
Yo, you don't even know how to say it right, bro. Go ahead.
Goku was flying Nimbus. Big Mom has flying Nimbus.
All right. What else?
You need to finish it because I'm trying to steer it right now.
No, still.
Y'all really do not need to do this. This sounds retarded.
Let me tell you the third. Let me tell you the third, right?
Check your Twitter.
Goku killed
his dumb.
foster parent, right?
No.
Big Mom killed the foster parent.
We're not saying that fucking Oda is copying Akira Toriyama right now. We're not doing
No, he's giving inspiration, not a copy.
He's paying homage.
He's giving homage. Yeah, that's a good one. He's giving homage. And listen,
why do you keep saying it like that? What is homage?
Like, pay respect. Like,
he's like homage.
Homage. Oh, wow.
It's a different type of hummus, bro.
Yo,
he's paying hummus.
Draken, I got a theory. Let me say my theory.
Don't steal my theory, though. That's my theory, though.
You can have that. That's fine. This theory, right? You know how like they call Kaido Governor General, right? Governor, whatever. I've been looking at like rank in real life, right? That rank is usually given to a general that like takes over another country. Like when Japan did it, they took over Korea and they put their general there and they called him Governor General, and they had executive power over the country, right? That was their job. So, and the guy that was above that was only the emperor, right? So I'm thinking Shiki's the emperor. Shiki is controlling Kaido. Shiki's the apprentice.
What?
God, that would make Kaido look even worse.
I don't care.
Don't say you don't care because you do. Don't say you don't care.
I kind of do, but think about it. Why would Oda give him a rank that's not the top, but like second tier?
He has the title of emperor already on top of that, my dude.
But they're like, look at this. Everyone else is called captain.
What is he talking about? Why didn't he call him an idiot?
Why didn't he call himself captain or admiral or emperor? Why did he call himself governor general?
Because
That's
Oda
lower
wants to
rank.
make him unique.
He's too drunk.
Yep. I'm telling you, bro.
And that old lady turned into Shiki. You remember that old lady? She turned into Shiki? Like a young Shiki?
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, Red Nose, you're looking for something that isn't there.
I will
Thank
find
you.
He always does this. He
Say
always
it
does
again,
this.
Glam.
He always does this. He always does this every fucking time.
He's so wild. It's like when me and Red Nose had this argument about how Sanji would have beat Mr. One.
Sanji bodies Mr. One.
You're
He
fucking idiot.
can't. He can't.
You're
He
so
can't.
stupid.
Red Nose,
Look at
I'm
him.
sorry.
Look at him.
Red Nose, I'm sorry. Katakuri would beat Oden.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. I'm losing
Actually,
control.
to be honest,
losing
based
control
on
of
what
my
I've
stream.
seen from this chapter, I'm not too sure about that, my guy.
I don't see how anybody could know that for sure.
Yeah, I don't even know how that even becomes a debate. It's almost as dumb as when Fiji said that, like, I think 9-year-old Marco could beat 9-year-old Shakes. I'm like, nigga, huh?
God bless
I'm like, dude, how are you even gonna think of that? Like, why?
9-year-old Marco had his devil fruit, so.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
No.
Marco used tech.
No, Marco's not
That's
9 right now. He was scaling him down to like an age.
Oh.
Yeah, do you see how dumb it is?
That's genius. What are you talking about?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who else do you hear doing that shit? That's some
Only
thing shit there.
The same guy talking about the glurg, all right? That's
Y'all think that like fucking Marco's bounty is higher than Katakuri's? Y'all think that y'all think
I would not be surprised if it was.
I don't even know if that shit matters, to be real.
No, it matters to me, bro.
They're just numbers, man. They don't mean anything.
They mean a little
They
bit.
don't mean anything.
Glenn, that's cap. That's cap.
Because
Wow.
what, 88 million or whatever?
Yeah, it doesn't mean shit.
Nico Robin's one of the few people on Earth that can read all these poneglyphs and shit, and that the government doesn't want anybody to fucking know anything about. But she's only 88 million. That's crazy. Like,
No, but she has to get to the poneglyphs first, my guy.
On Katakuri's or very close to it. Like they're above or close to Katakuri's bounty. All three of Kaido's dudes. If the numbers actually mattered, Jack would be close to Katakuri in strength. But he's not.
Whoa.
At least in terms of being on his level.
Wait, you think that Mochi's holding back Jack? Stop it.
I'm saying this. I'm saying Luffy, when Luffy walked on Wano, he was stronger than Oden. When he walked on Wano. The training he got from Katakuri, they go on extreme diff.
I don't think that makes any sense.
I don't think I could agree with that. I don't know if I could agree with
Kaido
that.
just fucking rolled his ass with no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, with a named attack with hockey on it, right?
And Odin
got beat without a named attack with no hockey on his club.
Black Luffy, wait. He got snuck behind his head. What are you talking about?
How strong
DC is not everything.
Roger's attack? How strong?
I'm not saying the DC. I'm saying that Kaido 20 years later may not have been able to take all of Gear 4's hits.
Huh?
So you mean 20 years ago?
Before,
20 years ago. Prior.
Yeah, 20 years.
Yeah,
before.
I agree. Okay. I think Kaido was weak.
Do you realize that Kaido nearly lost consciousness, or am I the only person that thought that?
That is not implied.
You guys think Kaido was weaker, and he still got one shot, and Odin still got 2 shot really because of the fire. He got 2 shots.
But he got snaked, my guy.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you.
This is the Pirates world.
It does matter. Oh my! I don't want you on my crew. You see a guy like you, I don't want you on my crew.
Wait, you don't want a nigga? You don't want a nigga that does whatever it takes to win? What?
If you could snake somebody else, you could fucking snake me. I don't want you on my crew.
That's a hardcore
No,
shit, bro.
no excuse.
I pass, bro.
Loyal to that W.
Didn't Oven get snuck? Bring up my nigga up. Yeah, didn't Oven get snuck?
Yes, he did.
It's a Pirates world.
I understand
it's a Pirates world.
And I'm going to choose who I want on my crew, and you're not in it. That's all.
Your crew ain't going to get more then.
That's crazy.
Bro, that's what...
I hate this nigga Satsuki so much.
This crew sounds like it'd be stopped at Reverse Mountain and was getting no further. I'm going to be real.
You could laugh at me all you want, but the man that Roger's waiting for is not Black Luffy. That's a fact. Luffy wouldn't do that shit. Luffy would not do that shit. Yes, Luffy would not do that.
He's literally trying to like antagonize Black Luffy.
Wait a minute.
And Chance would not be. Roger's not waiting for you, my guy. He's not waiting.
Roger
Luffy
kill
would not
all
do
of
what?
Squad's crew because they slighted him in some way?
Pardon?
Luffy
Roger
literally
killed
said
all
him.
of Squad's crew for no reason.
I mean,
Am I wrong?
No.
like Luffy's the complete opposite of Kaido. Like he was telling Fujitora where he was hitting him and shit.
Draken, Luffy said himself that it's a pirate's world. Like no excuses when he's facing Katakuri. Like
He said shit happens. We're pirates.
Everything's open. You know
We're pirates.
But you're forgetting when Luffy fought Fujitora.
That's
I'm
because
gonna
Fujitora
punch.
had a
I'm
disability.
gonna kick.
That's Luffy's
Gumu
personality.
Gumu.
That's
Elephant
Kaido.
gun.
You realize what Kaido said
You
about
realize that
Odin?
if Fujitora wasn't blind,
Odin,
Luffy
Whitebeard,
would've
and
been-
Roger all being soft. He's gonna say the same thing about Luffy being soft.
Right. I
But it's
don't
not
want
gonna
you
matter.
and my crew. Do you not understand that? I don't like that.
You got a piece. Thanks for the invite, bro.
So I'm saying there's nothing wrong with Luffy being quote
Oh,
unquote
yeah,
soft.
I'm out too, Virgo.
All right.
Pete.
Catch him, G.
What is this? What are you guys talking about anyway? Like, the fuck is this?
He's trying to justify being a bitch ass nigga on stream.
Whoa!
What?
Oh my God.
Time out.
Draken, how's Vergo gonna get paid, bro?
I don't even have 1,000
Oh,
subscribers.
sorry.
Hold up, I gotta address that.
I'm not monetized.
Oh my god.
Draken.
We gotta help you then.
I'm saying the same thing that Kaido said about Odin in this chapter. Odin, Roger, and Whitebeard being quote unquote soft because they care for other people, which is why he danced for 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is why Whitebeard inevitably went to Marineford anyway and died. Is because he cared for somebody else. He put himself in that situation.
Right.
He's saying I'm saying he's gonna say the same thing about Luffy, but that doesn't matter. Like Luffy's going to overcome the fact that he cares for his friends and other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So how is that defending bitch assness? Because Luffy literally said, "This is a pirate's world, no holds barred."
Right.
Anything. He ain't complain about Flambe hitting him with that needle. He ain't say a word. Katakuri figured that shit out himself.
Right.
It's
So he
because
don't make
Luffy's
no
he's a
excuses,
lucky bitch.
but yet he
Right.
still sticks his neck out for other people, and Kaido's
That's
gonna
right.
call him a bitch for that. But that's his character. So how am I defending bitch
Looks
ass?
like you have to go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Draken, I think you're getting bodied, bro.
I'm not getting bodied at all. I'm done.
You're not replying back.
Bro, I already said what I had to say. Like, if you want to defend that type of pussy ass behavior, you go right ahead.
Yikes.
No,
If you want to wait till
You
somebody's
double
back
down
is to
instead of apologizing for
attack,
that.
like if you want to, like okay, when Blackbeard stabbed Thatch in his back, go ahead and defend those actions right now.
What? Uh-oh. What is that?
Yeah, go ahead and defend that.
Where the fuck Big News come from?
Blackbeard stabbing Thatch in his back. Go, it's a pirate's world, right? It's a pirate's world, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes.
All right, cool.
What did I walk into?
Yo, big news.
Luffy would still have a problem with that, like because he still believes in camaraderie and friendship and shit. Like he would still punish the person that did it, but he understands that like that's why he if he trusts you, he rocks with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he doesn't give his trust out to people that don't deserve it. He would not trust Blackbeard. You know what I'm saying? That's how the story would work.
Facts.
Hell no. Waldo called this nigga Kaido of the 100 hostages. I'm weak.
Wait,
I'm
time out.
weak. I'm dead, bro.
You could take the W
Virgo,
if you want for
is
this
that the Waldo
argument.
we know?
But
Or is that a different Waldo?
Nah,
It's the Waldo we know, bro.
I mean, you can concede.
What?
no, wait, let me finish.
The Waldo we
Luffy.
know.
Let me finish.
The
You
Waldo,
could take the W if you want.
That's not him.
Right? I don't
Yes,
care
it
about
is.
that.
He's modded,
You have
dummy.
exposed yourself
Yo,
to everybody in this chat.
Draken, please. I gotta ask this Waldo bitch ass. Waldo, listen to me.
Damn, Brenda.
Raised eyebrow.
I told you Odin was a monster. You said Kaido was a body. No. Let's talk Waldo. You better type fast.
He said he can't come in here.
No, I just needed a type. I needed a type, bro.
Wait, is this the Waldo that ran from the other server?
Yes, he ran for me.
Oh,
Bro,
wow.
what? Wait, pause. Why is y'all niggas at Waldo's neck?
This nigga ran.
He said red nose for creditless.
Yo, Dracula Waldo. You're just like your favorite character, bro. That's what I have to say about you. You're just like your favorite character.
What happened?
I don't know, Big News.
Because he went on hiatus when he kept on calling me creditless. Because he thought Kaido would low diff this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he was body Odin. Yes.
In his own flashback? Odin not getting low diff.
Waldo said, when did I say Kaido would beat him?
Oh no.
Nigga.
Hey, it sounds like you don't remember, my nigga.
Nigga, you better remember.
He said, nigga, silence.
Apparently this chapter is nice, right? Everybody likes, y'all wanted some fights?
Hey, that's Big News. That's cap, bro.
I don't like this chapter. Big News, this chapter was terrible.
Bro, Big News. Not a single person that's joined the stream today likes the chapter.
I like it. You didn't. I like it.
Sasuke, you don't even read.
Listen.
That's cap.
Vergo. You the host of the stream. You still have not asked me how I feel about this chapter.
Sasuke, you haven't read in a year.
What?
You haven't read in like 8 months.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what I do in the off screen?
Oh no.
You off screen just like Oda?
Can I please? You just
how do you feel about the chapter, you bitch ass nigga?
I didn't read it.
Oh no.
I didn't read it.
This man in the chapter review ain't even read.
Exactly.
But can't he read? He just said he doesn't read.
Yeah, nigga, you said you couldn't read, nigga.
Bro, I'm on an island and I could read more than you. That's tough, my guy.
Oh wow.
That's tough.
Education ain't good in the hood.
Oh no. Yeah, I like the chapter where Kaido get cut up by a top 10 swordsman. Ain't nothing wrong with
top
that.
10.
Well, he's not in the top 5. That's for sure.
Oh my god.
Whoa. What do you mean?
What? Does everybody want to join and give their bad take before we have a normal conversation?
All right, watch this. I'm about to give you 5 real quick. Rayleigh, Roger.
No, wait. Really?
Mihawk.
Really?
Rayleigh's not a swordsman?
Really? Over Odin?
Obviously. What the fuck?
Stop.
Draken, why wouldn't Rayleigh be over?
Before I was so rudely interrupted.
Fucking Colonel says.
You got Roger. You got Rayleigh. You got Shanks. You got Mihawk. That's 4 right there.
Okay, can I body you quick? Let me body you real quick.
Yeah. What's up?
In the flashback, right?
Uh-huh.
You had a quote-unquote prime, really? A quote-unquote prime scupper against young Marco, young Jozu, all the, right? And Odin had to take on scupper and really by himself and came out fine. That's all I have to say.
I want you to go back
scupper
to that panel,
and really.
Go back to all those chapters and show me where Rayleigh has any bandage. Any.
Bro, Odin had to take on Scupper and really by himself. Come on. Come on. Odin 2v1 those guys. One sword a man. One sword for really, one sword for Scupper.
And Odin was fucked up. Rayleigh had not a scratch on him.
No, because
Odin was fucked up from Roger.
He fought Roger, really, and Scupper by himself and didn't die.
Where did he
and you want to put it?
Stop it. Where you get that from?
Draken,
I have never seen. He looks more badass waiting for his execution than Gold Roger.
Rayleigh or Scupper. You've never seen.
I have never seen a man look so badass waiting on an execution. He looks more badass than Gold Roger.
You're all over the place.
He's over.
Take some time.
I'm just telling you.
Learn how to read pictures. Read the situation.
This nigga said learn how to read pictures. You hear what you just said?
And come back and tell me when you seen that man
fight.
You
hear what you just said?
Learn how to read pictures, bro. Do you read pictures, bro? Okay, read a picture to me right now.
I'm about to tell you again. Learn how to read pictures and read the situation.
It's worth $1,000 words.
Here's what, from Trinidad, right? I will donate money to wherever you're at so that they could build a school so you can learn how to use words properly, my guy.
Oh my God.
Oh, now I'm about to get on you. We know English not your first language,
You know English? Read a picture to me right now. Go on, read
it.
Oh
my God.
So
read a picture to me right now. Any
if I
picture.
show you multiple pictures, you can't tell me what's going on?
Oh, well, that's not reading. Read a picture to me, please.
That's what reading the picture means.
Okay,
dummy.
I'll read a paragraph to you. Let me get a book and I can read a paragraph to you. Read a picture to me, please.
Okay, watch this, Jackie. I'm about to explain the English language to you now. If you see multiple pictures in a row in a manga, right, and none of them have words, can you tell me what's going on?
You're looking at pictures.
Right.
Can you tell me what's going on, Jackie?
I can.
That's called reading the pictures, my guy.
No, can you read a picture to me?
You can read pictures. Yes, you can. You can explain the situation.
Okay, well, go ahead. Read a picture to me right now.
Hey, hold on.
If you want me to send you a picture, I'll send you a picture to read to me, my guy.
Technically, you can't read pictures just like you can read a situation.
That's what I told him. What the hell?
I agree. I was just being a dick.
But Drac is serious, though. He literally doesn't get it.
Bro, can you just read a picture to me, bro? Just one picture. Any picture.
He doesn't get it. He's never heard a picture's worth 1,000 words, my guy. He doesn't understand this shit.
And an action is worth 1,000,000 pictures. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I could one off you in anything. Fuck you talking about.
And now we're reading the whole situation.
I'm done. I just wanted to body you real
by Big News.
Big news, but you lost.
Hey, one-on-one, guarantee a nigga get
picture to me yet.
That was English 101.
Kaido said one-on-one guarantee I snake a nigga.
He needs to get to English 1 before he even talks about one-on-one, my guy.
Draken.
What's up?
Rayleigh, right? 20 years, was cheating on his wife.
Oh, wow.
Fucking gambling, drinking, whatever.
Right.
Comes and fights an admiral and holds him off. Are you telling me fucking Odin stronger than him?
Well, I think Odin could have done the exact same thing.
He was twerking for 5 years and fought Kaido, so that's good.
I mean, I really believe Odin could have done the exact same thing. I really believe that. Odin is really impressive.
Cardio,
Odin is really impressive.
Hey, somebody banned this nigga Sasuke. Oh, yeah, me.
Huh? What the fuck did I say?
You wildin' per usual.
Can you debunk that? That's a lot of cardio. That's actually training. You're not just sitting on his ass.
Oh, wow.
He's working his ass.
Yo,
man's is
for dollar bills. I wonder if he got paid. I hope he got paid.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
he did get paid.
He did get paid. Wow, he did get paid. No bullshit.
Right, so what you upset about? However you get the money, my guy. No fuck.
Hey, Draken, don't go there because you was a stripper.
Kaido got bodied by a dancing nigga.
No, you're not finna roll past what I just said.
Huh? Wait, what?
Weren't you a stripper?
No.
You capping.
I'm not capping. Yo,
you're like, who?
Why would you come on stream and say that? That is all Red Nose. Red Nose has just been spreading misinformation and rumors about me for years.
He's a fucking liar. He's a stripper.
Vergo, I promise you that is not true. That is not true.
That is nigga. Yes, you nigga. That's Colin Kaepernick right there. Hey, but wow, we got 3 subscribers during the stream. Lit. But we're gonna go ahead and end this though, because I'm supporting my boy Grits. He's going live and shit. Now we streamed for 2 hours. I didn't realize it was that long. It was dope,
can I get my power scaling of the supernovas?
What?
God damn.
I just want to say Kid is stronger than Luffy. And we're going to find out in one. That's it. That's all I want to say.
Alright, bet.
Why would you want me to end the stream on that dumbass note?
I have to, man.
So
I haven't ended the stream yet, you fucking dummy.
Wait, can we get final ratings for the chapter?
Please do.
Yeah.
I don't want to give one.
6 out of 10. 5 out of 10.
I don't want to give one.
Oh, wow.
Mine's is 2 out of 10.
Hey, Light Ruler, gay. He said, "What if Jack can work at? I'm trying to pay his bills."
I'm about to give a hot take before you end the stream. That girl Toki sent Odin to the future. He about to pop up next chapter. Let's get it.
Oh wow! No, big news.
Let's go.
I think Kingdom Mo's wife is the backstabber. She's the hoe.
Really?
I think
she's a hoe.
Okay.
She's a hoe.
Nigga said she's a hoe.
Draken, this chapter
that's
you'll
his
see
proof.
her
That's his
smiling.
evidence. She's a hoe.
Yeah.
She's smiling while fucking her husband is dying.
Yeah, I know. I peeped that. I peeped that she was smiling.
Mm-hmm. And she had an origami.
All right. Anyway, like the stream. Tell your friends. Subscribe. I love
like
y'all.
the stream. Subscribe.
We out this bitch.
Like and subscribe.
You already know what the fuck going on. Yeah. Fuck people's mamas.
Yeah, Kizaru top 2. Let's get it. Yeah.
Oh wow.